Oh, it's so lonesome away from your kindred and all. By the campfire at night we'll hear the wild dingoes call. But there's nothing so lonesome, morbid or drear, than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. Now the publican's anxious for the quota to come. There's a faraway look on the face of the bum. The maid's gone all cranky and the cook's acting queer. Oh, what a terrible place is a pub with no beer. What a terrible place is a pub with no beer. Then the stockman rides up with his dry, dusty throat. He breasts up to the bar and pulls a wad from his coat. But the smile on his face quickly turns to a sneer as the barman says sadly, the pub's got no beer. The pub's got no beer, then the pub's got no beer. Then the swaggy comes in, smothered in dust and flies. He throws down his roll and rubs the sweat from his eyes. But when he is told, he says, "What's this I hear? I've trudged 50 flamin' miles to a pub with no beer." A pub with no beer, to a pub with no beer. Now there's a dog on the veranda, for his master he waits. But the boss is inside drinking wine with his mates. He hurries for cover and he cringes in fear. It's no place for a dog round a pub with no beer. A pub with no beer, round a pub with no beer. And old Billy the blacksmith, the first time in his life, why, he's gone home cold sober to his darling wife. He walks in the kitchen, she says, "You're early, Bill, dear." But then he breaks down and tells her, the pub's got no beer. The pub's got no beer, and the pub's got no beer. Oh, it's hard to believe that there's customers still, but the money's still tinkling in the old ancient till. The wine buffs are happy, and I know they're sincere when they say they don't care if the pub's got no beer. The pub's got no beer, if the pub's got no beer. So it's a lonesome away from your kindred and all. By the campfire at night we'll hear the wild dingoes call. But there's nothing so lonesome, morbid or drear, than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. The pub with no beer, I live a pub with no beer. It's a lonesome away from your kindred and all. By the campfire at night we'll hear the wild dingoes call. But there's nothing so lonesome, morbid or drear, than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. The pub with no beer, I live a pub with no beer.